and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray now. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards are on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Smith. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tanner Muse there defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Come on.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey McBride, the target on that throw. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence of touchdown. Rondale Moore, 29 yards. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again is Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the 2nd, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
1st down by Noah Fant. You're reminded watching him play, he's one of the most athletic tight ends we saw coming out of college in recent years. Every route and every catch can be turned into a bigger play with what he can do as an athlete in the open field. A nice big play from him there for the 1st down.
Throw left side complete.
That's Connor. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Smith throwing again. Eluding the pressure right.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Under pressure, they got him again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And down he'll go at the 25. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
And the Cards are going to get the football back at their own 17. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play, picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd down at 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Off of play action. Here's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He completes this to Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. To the air again, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19 Tiger. Check 15.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Smith. This is the tight end, Fant. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running right, here's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Riggs, trap 60, trap 60.
Now Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals! Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
They'll roll him out right. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 16. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Just beating the play clock, Smith.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Second down at 5.
Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Walker. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. What's the whip? You got tight. You got tight. Check, bomb tag, check, bomb tag. Ready.
And going right back to Walker. And down to the 41.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready?
From the gun, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Now a man who moved up the depth chart with the retirement of Chris Carson. Here's Rashad Penny.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, Riggs. Go. Ready, go.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Murray.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
56 to mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see if they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Cardinals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.